Welcome to today's lecture. Today we will be studying about the anterior tibial artery. Anterior tibial artery is the artery of the anterior compartment of the leg. It corresponds to the posterior interosseous artery of the forearm. Anterior tibial artery is accompanied by two venae committens, which means that on the sides of the artery, on both the sides, that is on left side as well as right side, there will be two veins which is accompanying the artery. Coming to the origin of the artery, the anterior tibial artery is a smaller terminal branch of the popliteal artery which is given at the level of popliteus muscle. If you see this picture, you can see, so this bone what is present here, this is the tibia which is present in the medial side. This is the fibula in the lateral side. Then you can see this is the interosseous membrane. Then you are having anterior intermuscular septum. Then here posterior intermuscular septum. So this is dividing the leg into three compartments. So here you are having the anterior compartment of leg in between the interosseous membrane and anterior intermuscular septum. Between anterior intermuscular septum and posterior intermuscular septum, you are having the lateral compartment. So behind this is the posterior compartment of leg. So here in this anterior compartment, the important vessel which you are seeing here, that is the anterior tibial artery. So this section is taken in the middle of the leg. So you are seeing these muscles present in anterior compartment, that is tibialis anterior, extensor digitorum longus, extensor hallucis longus. When you come below in the lower aspect, you will also see peroneus tertius muscle. So in this diagram, what you can see, all these muscle attachments, you are having a tibialis anterior, extensor digitorum longus, extensor hallucis longus. In the lower aspect, you are having peroneus tertius. So what you are seeing here, so this is the anterior tibial artery. So it is arising from the popliteal artery below the lower border of popliteus muscle. Then you can see at the back of the leg, it is lying opposite to the tibial tuberosity. So this is the tibial tuberosity. So this artery enters the anterior compartment of the leg by passing forwards between the two heads of tibialis posterior through an opening in the upper part of the interosseous membrane. In the anterior compartment, the artery runs vertically downwards to a point midway between the medial as well as the lateral malleolus, where it changes to be continuing as the dorsalis pedis artery. So in this tibia, in this lower aspect, this prominent part, that is called the medial malleolus. Whereas in fibula, this is called the lateral malleolus. So the midway between the medial malleolus and the lateral malleolus. So from here, the continuation, what you are seeing here, so it is becoming the dorsalis pedis artery. For studying the relations of the artery, the leg is being divided into upper 1/3, middle 1/3 and lower 1/3. So for studying the relation, you can see this has been divided into, leg has been divided into upper 1/3, middle 1/3, then the lower 1/3. So if you see in the upper 1/3 of the leg, the artery is lying in between the tibialis anterior muscle as well as the extensor digitorum longus muscle. In the middle 1/3 of the leg, the artery is lying in between the tibialis anterior as well as the extensor hallucis longus muscle. If you see this picture, you can see this is the tibialis anterior, this is the extensor digitorum longus, extensor hallucis longus. Then this is the artery, anterior tibial artery. So if you see the lower aspect, the artery is lying in between the tendon of extensor hallucis longus and the tendon of extensor digitorum longus. So what you can see here is the artery, anterior tibial artery, is being crossed by the tendon of extensor hallucis longus from lateral to medial side. So this is the medial side, this is the lateral side. You can see the tendon of extensor hallucis longus is crossing the artery from lateral to medial side. So in this picture you can see how the tendon of extensor hallucis longus is crossing the artery from lateral to medial side. One small correction which has to be made in this diagram is the tendon of extensor hallucis longus should cross above the artery. Now coming to the relation of the deep peroneal nerve. So the deep peroneal nerve is lying lateral to the artery. So this is a medial aspect, this is a lateral aspect. So it is lying lateral to the artery in the upper 1/3 as well as the lower 1/3, and it is lying anterior to the artery in the middle 1/3. Now coming to the branches given by the anterior tibial artery. So the artery will be giving the anterior and posterior tibial recurrent arteries. So they are playing a role for the formation of arterial anastomosis around the knee joint. Then you are having the muscular branches to the adjacent muscles, that is to the tibialis anterior, extensor hallucis longus, extensor digitorum longus, so peroneus tertius. All these will receive the blood supply from this artery. Then as it comes below, it also gives rise to anterior medial malleolar artery as well as anterior lateral malleolar artery. So these arteries will take part in the formation of anastomosis around the ankle joint. Later, in midway between the medial malleolus and lateral malleolus, the artery changes its name and it continues as the dorsalis pedis artery. Thank you for watching.